Audio. Okay, so we're using the Yeti. Speakers is Yeti. Turn that down. Okay. Camera. We're going to use that camera for now. Does it give me a different one? Okay. So grab that one. Audio. Ooh, green screen. All right, so we need a different camera. Let's turn that off for now. Guess. Oh, something. Inside the lab. Thanks for dropping through. Trying to figure this thing out. You make it look easy. I'm just going to say that right now. Inside the lab makes makes it makes it look easy. I'm actually using StreamYard right now, and using a Yeti microphone. So I'll probably just I set it for 3 o'clock. I figure I'd give it half an hour, work out some bugs, see what it's like. Happy New Year. That was fun seeing your cast, watching you stream on New Year's Eve. That was a lot of fun. I had to go in and out, but I was able to drop in when I could. Right now, I'm just streaming on my Surface, my Windows Surface 4 Pro. So I was calling this part my studio, but I think the other room is going to wind up being my studio, the green room. This is like the office. This is where I do all my crazy experiments. So I went to the Home Depot, and I was looking for something to mount my light with, and coat hangers, the little hooks. So I'm going to try that to mount the lights in here. Instead of using stands, I'm going to put the coat hangers on the wall and then use the piece to tighten it up to the wall and see how that goes. It was a great time for sure. Hanging out. Happy New Year. Thank you. Yeah, it's nice to see that your wife is getting involved in it. That's awesome. It's a family thing. So you got a team. you got, it's not size, it's quality, right? Yeah, hey. So you're probably using StreamYard also. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I was going to see if it's possible to maybe have a little background music or something. I think I'll just do like a half an hour on Sundays. I ain't doing too much else. And nobody else I know is doing broadcasts right now. So I didn't want to step on any toes or anything. What else technology wise we got going on around here today? Oh, just picked this up. Going to use this to mount a camera for doing overheads. I really like Amazon. It's like I just come up with these crazy ideas, and I'm like, I wonder if it's on Amazon. So it's one of the arms, expandable arms that you can use for microphones. Most of them are for microphones. They come with the microphones, all right? And I looked for one that had a 1/4 inch, and there it is. It comes with attached to this with an actual 1/4 inch piece. So I got this other arm. So I'm going to be using 2 arms, one for light and one for the actual camera. So this is the one I got right over here. Because I like these because you can, it's attached to the desk. I got the action on top of it. And it swivels. Right now, I took off the piece that was hooked into the microphone piece, and I went to the hardware store. And welcome to the stream. And I went to the hardware store and just got a 1/4 inch screw, right? Put that in there, tighten up the side, and I got a 1/4 inch. And that's how I have this one. And I was like, oh, wait a second. Let me get another one of these with the actual right piece. So I got 2 of these. So I can have one for a camera, one for a light. You know, one of the reasons I really like this clamp right here. It's nice and soft. I got a glass desk. So I'll just use this clamp to clamp it down to the desk. And then that way I can move these or put them away whenever I need. Oh, got a video dropping tomorrow. Okay, inside the lab. I appreciate you stopping through. Much love. You know, I'm waiting for the next fire drop. Hope everybody's well. Take care, man. It's I don't see how I can see who else is in the room. It's I'm probably going to need a class on how to use this. But I am in here. So in case anybody was there we go. Oh, look at that. Wondering, I'm actually using StreamYard. Found out about this one, so you can actually, it's right inside the browser. This is pretty cool. I'm not using anything other than my Surface, and this could be a laptop. I believe it's actually available on the iPad and iPhone, so I'm going to give that a try maybe later. But the only thing I did was set it up, and I was ready to go. So the basic premise, I was just going to log in, share what's going on. If anybody had any questions and they wanted to chat, fire away, you know, ask me anything. I could always just say no. So the StreamYards, I'm using the free version right now. There is a paid version. I haven't done the paid version. But it allows you to go into YouTube and Facebook. I believe you can do Twitch from it also. I used to stream on the Microsoft one, but I didn't get a lot of people there. So I was like, So this is pretty cool. I wonder if I can actually share my screen. This gives you a couple of different options. So there's a really quick button. where I can, let's see. Nope. Nope. That's me hitting the button trying to get stuff to happen. Banners, brand, comments. So this is pretty good. Okay, it says solo layout. I would like to show a screen. Share screen. Usually 2 monitors, one share works best on good computer. I actually do have 2 monitors, but I don't have them over here. Oh, I do have a second monitor. All right, so next time I'm going to hook up a second monitor. So there, I'm doing a split screen right now, so you got that. So now I'm going to set up a second monitor. I actually have a second monitor, and it's literally just a dedicated monitor. Let's show this real quick. I just saw my other video on monitors, but this is another dedicated monitor right here. I'm starting to use this one a little bit more. It's got HDMI. Oh, there we go. It's got the mini HDMI, 2 USB-Cs, micro USB-C power, and a headphone jack. But look how thin this thing is. It's like the size of it's basically the width of a tablet. This is iPad mini right there. So they're both about the same thickness. But what I really like about this one, it's got the base right here is actually able to, there you go. So that's the stand and everything right inside. It's nice and light. So I can hook this right in to this monitor, and that will be my second screen for a later time. So that's going to be a lot of different options in StreamYard. Anybody else out there stream? Well, I got one person in the room. I can't even tell who's in the room, but thank you for being here. You know, give me a thumbs up. Let me know if it's if you're able to hear me. What's it look like? This is my first time, so this is really raw. Hey, welcome to the stream. Yeah. So that's going to be the second monitor. I'm going to hook that up. So the good thing about this is where I'm starting at. So January 3rd, 2021, this is where I'm starting with the live broadcast. I'm going to try to maybe once a week. See how it goes. This one I'm just going to do for a half hour. If I can make, I'll do a half hour. So let me share this with whoever's here. I like to use Epidemic Sound. Now it's like $15 a month, but I was paying that for something else. Oh, Reality Design, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. And all your comments. Thanks for being a part of this whole thing, part of the community. Hope you're doing well. Hope everybody in your family's doing well as well. I'm giving live streaming a try. So I'm kind of like approaching it like a Q&A. If anybody has any questions or jokes, because you don't want to hear my jokes. My jokes are horrible. But I'm just going to use this as a kind of platform to, share different things. And I'm going to start off doing a half an hour. So I'm not going to really stay in here that long. I'm not going to try to hold people hostage, just come in. Hey, how you doing? Okay. And see how it goes from there. But I was just sharing on some new equipment. And not really, I try to keep this mobile and on a good budget. So one of the things I was sharing that I use these. This is my new, not new, but I started using it. I saw that you can use these microphone stands. You know, the ones that have the swivel arm, and you can put it like this is my Osmo Action on top of that, and I use this for actual top-down shots now. So I can bring that over and drop that down and use that as an overhead shot. And one of the big problems that I found, it had this attachment for the microphone, and I said, "Whoa, can I change that out for a 1/4 inch?" So I went over to the hardware store, you know, and got a 1/4 inch screw and put it in there, and it works perfectly. 1/4 inch. So 1/4 inch is the key. And then I just ordered from, Home Depot. They actually have these adapters. That's I don't know if you can see that, but it's the microphone to the 1/4 inch. So I'm going to use that on the second stand that I got. So I'm going to have one for the camera, and I have my little portable light that I can put on top of this, and I can use the other one for another light to do more top-down shots. I think people like that when I am demonstrating products, showing from the top down how I'm working different things, and I'll probably get into some editing, like how I actually edit. I try to keep everything mobile, so I edit on my iPads. Thank you. Hope you can hear everything. Everything looks good. And yeah, so I edit on the iPads. This is my mini. This is the one that got it all started. Because I was editing on my phone, my Android phone. I was using a program called, sorry. I don't know what that was. I was editing on a program on my Android phone, my Galaxy phone, called Power Director Mobile. It's also available on iOS devices also. And that's where I started. And because I wanted to get mobile, I was recording a lot of different videos, but I never was putting them out. You know, they would just sit there. I still have a lot that are just sitting there. So every once in a while, I'll put one together and just put it out there. But then I discovered this Power Director, and I was able to start editing on my phone. So I didn't have to wait until I got in my office at the computer and sat down and had to have everything perfect to sit there and edit for, a couple hours or whatever. I could just do it on my phone. So I could be waiting in my car for someone and start editing. I could, do all kinds of things. So that was great. And then over the course of using Power Director and getting my flow with that, I started hearing about this one program called LumaFusion. And everybody was talking about LumaFusion on the iPad and iPhone. And I didn't have an iPhone. Oh, Happy New Year. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is my first time using StreamYard. But this is pretty cool because this is actually the free version of StreamYard. And it makes it really nice. As somebody puts something in the comments, I can just click on it and I can pop it right in there. So this is pretty cool. So I don't know. Do you Reality Design? Do you edit videos, or do you are you interested in editing videos? Do you know anybody that might be interested? Because I find it kind of fun to edit. The music, I was actually talking about the music that I use. YouTube has free music, so the first year I was actually using the free music. Okay, good. Soon. All right. Yeah, it's I was looking back at the beginning of the New Year New Year's Eve and everything, I was looking back at some of my earlier videos and I was like, oh my goodness, a year ago. I look at them and I just almost want to cry. I'm like, oh my goodness. But it's like anything else. The more you do it, I guess the better you get at it. I don't think I'll ever be perfect, but it gets better. And it's the initial like I was really scared to do this live stream. I was like, I don't know if I want to do a live stream. Why am I going to do a live stream? And I saw a lot of people that I watch their channels and talk to them. They do live streams, and I was like, all right, well, this is a community thing. Let me give it a try. So I may do one a week. Who has free music? Okay, well, YouTube has free music. That's where I started out at. I can actually show you that. Because I started with YouTube, and there's a couple different ones you can download from. A lot of the free music, it's a little, let's say, scary because I've used some free music, and then the copyright owner went back, and they were like, it turns into this whole thing. And for me, a lot of times that free music just doesn't sound that good. I spent just as much time looking for free music. And I said, if I'm spending time to do that, then I could be using that time to work on something else. But let me share my screen here and I will show you. Okay. Oh, I can share audio. Okay, I'm not going to do that. Chrome tab. Okay, here we go. All right. So this is inside your channel dashboard. And if you go down, they actually moved it now, makes it a lot easier. You see it says, has a little note and it says audio library. I would probably say this is the best place to start with free music because you don't have to go through all the other stuff. They make it so easy. You can pick a mood and you can filter a lot of these, and then you can add a star to save certain tracks. So what I usually do is I would just have some of this playing in the background, kind of like doing my homework prior to something. So see, as I filter to electronic, I should probably share the audio. Not sure if you can hear that. I'm going to try that again because I think I can make it so you can hear the sound. Right. Chrome tab. This StreamYards is pretty easy. All right, click on the bottom. Okay, here we go. So this is in the YouTube Studio. This is where I get my free music. So once you find a genre you like, a mood, you can filter it by the mood, by the genre. You can take those check marks off. And then I just go through and just start listening. Really depending on the mood. But they have a lot of tracks here to get started. And sometimes I would just... Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. Yeah, but that's where I get a lot of the free music. I now pay for Epidemic Sound. It's like $15 a month. But for me, actually some of the tracks I like listening to, even in the background. Not even if I'm looking for something, I have different playlists in there. But I started right there in the YouTube Studio, just listening to different things and then finding what I liked and what I didn't like. And a lot of times you can, like on this track, you see the artist. I've actually reached out to some of the artists and been like, hey, you know, tracks. um, SoundCloud is another great place to find some free music. Got to be a little careful with that because once again, um, some people say free tracks, but they're using samples or pieces from somebody else's track, and then that person comes looking for their stuff, or they're using the app, or so you never know. But I've reached out to people on SoundCloud. A lot of my first videos. What's the guy's name? Spider Monkey. He had a track, and I reached out, and he was like, "Yeah, go ahead and use it." And I used it for a while, and then I got called on the copyright for that, or something happened. Anyway, but for me to make life easy, even though you know, if I'm not monetized, some of my older videos might become monetized. So to just keep everything clean, I go to the YouTube Studio, Epidemic Sound, or there's a couple other ones, other websites out there, and you pay a little bit of a fee, but for the time and aggravation, for me, it's worth it at this point. But it's completely free on the YouTube Studio one, and they have a lot to get started. And I still use it. I actually use the Christmas music. I did. I looked for the Christmas music on the YouTube Studio. Made it nice and easy. And sometimes you have to attribute it, so you have to put their information in your credits to let them know that to give them credit for that. But that's basically that best free music site around, right there. Some of the apps actually have music inside the app also. So, and the Power Director, there's some tracks in there. I never really used those ones too much. It just, for me, it just became annoying looking for the music in there. I even tried to venture and make my own tracks. That was horrible. that was just horrible right there. That's actually trying to make my own tracks. Yeah. I ain't doing that no more. How's the sound? Does it sound good? Is it too low? Using a Yeti microphone. Came highly suggested. So let's see what else. Oh, I can show this. And here's Epidemic Sound. Guess there's a little bit of a delay. Oh no. Oh, okay. I have it only sharing the one tab. Okay. So we all learned something new. You can set it to share one tab, so I can change in between tabs, but you're only going to see this one tab that I'm on. Which is okay. I guess next one I'm going to have a double screen, and I will ask for questions prior. If anybody has any questions or anything, because that would be really good. So let's see. 20. This is like running my first like day of jogging. Not that I jog or anything like that, but it's like that first time going to the gym after New Year, like, oh, I can't believe it. I said I was going to do a half an hour. This is hard. I would never. Yeah. So yeah, after I got one of the reasons I started working with LumaFusion, because it came highly suggested, the way to edit on it, but it showed me the audio waves in the clips, and editing with the audio, being able to see the audio waves and cutting on that made my life go so much faster. It's just been constantly trying to trim down and move faster in the editing process, because that's either there's two parts that really slow me down. That's setting up, lights, camera, action. That's the part that slows me up, and editing. Like I can have a great idea. If somebody asks me a question, I'm like, oh yeah, let me do that real quick. And then an hour and a half later, after I set the lights up and get the stage all set up, that initial energy kind of starts to go down. So that's why I've started to dedicate studio like areas so I can set up and get rolling as soon as possible, and then edit as soon as possible. So you may see more of the shorts videos, because now I can set up, record, and get it out there. The one I did on the backgrounds, I was talking to some people, and we were in a meeting, and I usually have all kinds of crazy backgrounds when I'm talking to people, and they're like, hey, how you do that? And I was like, oh, hey. And I told them how to do it. And I said, anytime, somebody asks me a question, my job, my basic way I look at it is my job is to answer them. And then that's a possible video. And I'm not trying to drag it out to 5-10 minutes just to how you change your background. So I did the video. So then I was able to point them back to that video and say, here you go. I did a video for you. So, because I think that's what got me on YouTube, was really a lot of times I would have questions and be like, how to change a bike, like literally how to change a bike tire. I remember looking that up on YouTube, and I was like, that's what YouTube is really for me. The cat videos are cool and all the entertainment, but a lot of times I have a question, I go on YouTube. So I kind of wanted to jump into that and be like, those simple things that my family always asks me. I show up at Thanksgiving, they're like, hey, he's the computer guy, he's the family IT. What do you think about this? What's up with that? Because they're getting ready for Christmas or whatever, and they would ask me these questions. So I said, hey, well, let's start a channel and start helping more people like that. So, and believe it or not, I think the biggest video I got on here is about hooking up a cable box. So you never know, right? We all have questions. Some people don't want to ask them. So hopefully they'll ask, and I'll be able to answer and help somebody else out. All right. Well, oh, nope, not yet. So that's been pretty much the journey, which started on a lot of this. Especially I like gadgets. Welcome to the stream. I can't tell who came in, but welcome. We're all kind of friendly here. I'm going to find out how you can see how many people are in here. I'm using StreamYard. So if you know anything about StreamYard, welcome to, I guess they left out. Anyway. Yeah, so this is the first stream. I think next time I'm going to see if I can do some music in the background. See what else is going on. My favorite color is purple. Yeah. It's kind of like my branding color is purple. That picture right there, I like to keep that in here because that was the picture from last year. I took that in Wilmington, sunset. And then that was the first time I printed out a big canvas print. Did the video on it. I didn't have the right name on the bottom of it, which was kind of funny, but that was the first video I did using that. So that's the biggest picture I've ever printed, and that just always is a good reminder for me. Then on the other side here, I got the Yoda Pope right there. It's another one of my bigger triggers, as Evan Carmichael says. Do or do not, there is no try. So that's like this live stream. I'm doing it. Is it perfect? No. But I'm doing it. And and I'm clock watching like a mug. I'm like, so yeah, Evan Carmichael. He's a guy I listen to every morning. He's got a YouTube channel. He's got a couple different ones, but I listen to the morning morning motivation one. That's part of my whole thing, the sequence that I do in the morning. And he's goes over different things. And the cool thing about it is he will play a clip from someone. So he's had just about everybody on there. Oprah, Will Smith. He's had did he do clips? He's done clips from oh my goodness, some names are skipping me, but the Tesla guy. Yeah. And Bezos, he's done, Bill Gates, all kind of this. So he'll play a clip from them, Gary Vee. He'll play a clip, and they'll go over a different sequence or whatever, and they'll talk about whatever the subject is, and then he'll chime in, and then he'll talk about what his experience with that is, and then he'll have it ending one. And this is all like within 10 minutes. So it's really kind of cool. I like listening to that in the morning because it helps me to get focused on what the day is, since I've been working from home. And even before I was working from home, helps me to get focused and, see what I'm doing with different things. So that's part of I've got a whole routine that I go through in the morning. Thank goodness for that. I've actually addressed that in one of my earlier videos last year. I'll probably do an update on that. Was the whole, because, being on home quarantine and everything, finding some normality, I don't know, being normal while being at home and finding different things to do and getting that cadence. Because I hear some people and they're like, man, every day feels the same. And I'm like, yeah, not to me really, because I try to have my different things on different days. So I'm keeping this new kind of walk going on. And then in the morning doing that. So I know when I'm doing this thing on this morning, I know, hey, this is Saturday or whatever day I'm off or whatever. So there we go. We did it. 30 minutes, 3 to 3:30, the first live stream. Thank you for being a part of this. I really do appreciate it. It felt weird, but got through it. Now, I would like to say, have a great day. And remember, take care of each other. Peace out. And I'll see you all soon. Thanks for sharing your time.